En la mayoría de las estructuras de TI de una empresa, las aplicaciones que los usuarios utilizan para sus actividades se instalan en cada una de las computadoras o dispositivos que ellos usan. Esto incrementa los costos de administración, mantenimiento y actualización. Pero ahora hay una nueva manera de hacerlo, la virtualización de aplicaciones. Funciona de la siguiente manera. Las aplicaciones se instalan solamente una vez en una ubicación centralizada y estas se envían como servicio sin importar en qué lugar del mundo se encuentre el usuario. Cuando un usuario solicita una aplicación, esta petición se envía al servidor de acuerdo a las reglas que el administrador especifica previamente para cada perfil de usuario. Por ejemplo, digamos que tienes un usuario trabajando desde casa. Cuando él hace clic en el icono de Excel, se envía la petición y Excel se abre en su laptop, aunque realmente Excel no esté instalado en ella. Existe otra aplicación llamada entrega de aplicación local, Local Application Delivery, en donde una imagen de la aplicación queda almacenada en el laptop del usuario, así que éste puede seguir utilizando Excel aunque se desconecte de Internet. Veamos otro escenario. Digamos que hay un usuario usando una Mac en su oficina y requiere usar una aplicación que corre sobre Windows. El usuario da clic sobre el icono de la aplicación y el servidor entrega la aplicación en un entorno virtual, aunque el usuario no tenga Windows en su computadora. A esto se le llama entrega de aplicación alojada, Hosted Application Delivery. Esto permite entregar cualquier aplicación a cualquier dispositivo, independientemente del sistema operativo que éste tenga. Y vale la pena repetir eso, cualquier aplicación a cualquier dispositivo, independientemente del sistema operativo que éste tenga. Las ventajas de la virtualización son las siguientes: reduce costos, reduce tiempos, reduce puntos de falla e incrementa el desempeño. Y lo mejor de todo es que no importa en dónde estés o qué tipo de dispositivo tengas, siempre tendrás acceso a tus aplicaciones desde cualquier punto del planeta.
Hi, Adam Jarks from CITRIX with you once again for another video about the CITRIX receiver for Android. In today's video, what we're going to do is use an application being delivered to the CITRIX receiver running on this device. So let's get started. Okay, so I have the CITRIX receiver logged into my XenApp account, and you can see the list of applications available to me. If you haven't yet got your CITRIX receiver installed and configured, make sure you watch the first video in this series for more information. The first thing we're going to do is launch Microsoft Word. That way I can easily show you what gestures are available whilst using an application. Alright, Microsoft Word has started. What I'm going to do now is type in some text that we'll be able to manipulate. To display the on-screen keyboard, press the icon at the bottom of the screen. If your device has a hardware or Bluetooth keyboard, you can use that as well. To hide the on-screen keyboard, press the back button on the device. To left mouse click within an application, a simple tap is necessary. To right mouse click within an application, tap and hold like this. And to drag select, tap and drag your finger like this. By pressing the device's menu button, a set of session options are displayed. These allow you to close the current application window, close all application windows, display an on-screen gestures guide, and also access many of the receiver settings from your application. For more information about the CITRIX receiver for Android, visit www.citrix.com/Android.
CITRIX Receiver is an easy-to-install software application that consistently delivers a secure on-demand access to corporate data, business apps, and desktops from any desired mobile device or platform, including Android devices. CITRIX Receiver for Android installs just like any other Android application. Simply go to the Android Marketplace, now the Play Store, search for CITRIX Receiver, and press the Install button. User configuration of the CITRIX Receiver is a simple process. They simply hit the Add Account, enter the address of the CITRIX environment they use at work, or the address that their administrator sent them in an email. A discovery process will then automatically be run to help find additional information to help the user configure Receiver. Next, the user simply needs to enter in his normal credentials, username, password, and domain, things most users already know. Use of two-factor RSA Secure ID authentication is also supported. After authentication, the user enters the Enterprise App Store. The Enterprise App Store is a self-service catalog of Windows, web, and SaaS applications that the user can access using the CITRIX Receiver. Users can easily enter applications from the catalog that they would like to have show up on the home screen of the CITRIX Receiver. When using the Enterprise App Store of the CITRIX Receiver on a smartphone, the user experience has been adapted for the smaller screen of the device. The user starts the CITRIX Receiver in the same way, is presented with his normal list of favorite applications, but if the user wants to add another application to his favorites list, he will be given the exact same list that he gets on the tablet. He can then go into the folder that contains the application he wants, tap and hold on the application that he would like to add to his favorites list, and then add that application to the favorites. So the next time he launches Receiver, that application will show up in his favorites list. To launch an application, the user simply needs to click on the icon representing the application he'd like to start. The user is presented with a first-time use gesture screen to familiarize him with the gestures he can use in the Windows applications being presented to the Android device. The user can then use normal tablet-like gestures to interact with the Windows application being presented to the Android device. In this case, you can see how the user can easily use their finger to interact with an Excel spreadsheet, opening file menus, and interacting with the menus themselves. CITRIX has also included a number of buttons on Receiver that makes using Windows applications on an Android device even easier. For example, the keyboard button can be used to easily toggle raising and lowering the keyboard. A pointer toggle that adds a mouse-like pointer onto the device that makes getting to smaller elements of the UI of a Windows application easier to access, as well as a magnifying pointer that makes even the smallest UI elements very easy to access. CITRIX has also added a number of multi-finger tap gestures to make navigating through applications very easy. In this case, you can use a 3-finger tap gesture to raise and lower the keyboard to enter data. 2 fingers can be used to toggle the mouse pointer. Mobile device users are also used to being able to easily scroll between data, so we've added a 2-finger drag. As you can see here, we're using a native Windows Excel application, but we're scrolling the data as if it was a native Android application. With CITRIX Receiver and CITRIX Zen Desktop, the transition to the desktop can continue to leverage your mobile devices. In this case, we're using CITRIX Receiver for Android and a Samsung Tab to connect to a Zen Desktop virtual desktop deployment hosted in the CITRIX corporate environment. As you can see, the desktop environment is actually being run on an Android tablet using a full keyboard, mouse, HDMI out to a large screen monitor, giving me a full work desktop-like experience, even though I'm still only leveraging the capabilities of my mobile device. In this case, again, a Samsung 10.1-inch tab. Because my desktop is being delivered to a mobile tablet, if I want to go to a meeting, I can simply undock my tablet and take it with me, and my desktop stays right where it was whenever I was using my full desktop environment. When I get back from the meeting or back into the office, I can simply plug my Android tablet using CITRIX Receiver back into the dock and resume using my large screen and my full desktop work experience. Being able to access corporate data from a mobile device is cool, but having a full enterprise solution that allows your applications and your data to follow you from device to device is a game changer. For example, you may start reviewing a document towards the end of the day, and you've got a long train ride home. So what you want to do is transfer the work that you have on your desktop over to your tablet so you can continue to work right where you left off on your tablet. As you can see here, a CITRIX receiver allows you to transfer the actual Word document session that you were using on CITRIX Zen desktop over to your tablet and pick up exactly where you left off on your desktop. With CITRIX Receiver, your applications and the data that you're using with the application follow you as you transition from one device to another. For example, again, say you want to transfer the data that you're working on from a tablet over to a smartphone. It works just like it did from the desktop down to the tablet, and I can easily transfer the Word document that I was using and exactly where I was reviewing it from the tablet down to the smartphone. With CITRIX Receiver, there's no need to save the document, transfer to the new device, open the application on the new device, and then open the document again. I can simply click the icon of the application that I was using, and all of my work and my data follow me from one device to the next.